In Tupelo, Mississippi, king refers to more than just its native son, Elvis Presley. In Tupelo, Lee County, furniture is also king. What began as one man's idea in an unair-conditioned Volkswagen traveling from Tupelo to Jackson is now the Tupelo Furniture Market. We celebrate 25 years of bringing the sale of Northeast Mississippi's upholstered products back to the place where they are made. Through the foresight and diligence of business and community leaders, the Tupelo Furniture Market was born and has sustained growth through the ages. Dr. Ed Meek knew he wanted to do something different and couldn't get Northeast Mississippi's bustling furniture industry out of his mind. Out of his entrepreneurial spirit, the Tupelo Furniture Market was born.
I've always had an entrepreneurial spirit, and at the time I was running back and forth to Jackson as a lobbyist, and that gave me 3 hours of time in an unair-conditioned Volkswagen, and I had a yellow pad that I used to make notes all the time on what could I do that would be different. And I kept thinking about the furniture market, of the furniture industry, and thought, well, is there a possibility for a market? So I did a survey of the industry, ran all the roads of North Mississippi, parts of Tennessee, Alabama, and found 160 companies within about a 100-mile radius. And I thought, wow. And as I talked to the people, particularly the smaller guys, they told me how much money it was costing them to go to High Point, and I thought, well, why couldn't we do this here? I did a survey, and it was 50-50. And quite frankly, the big boys said, you've lost your mind. The little boys said, let's go for it, let's try it. And so we did, but prior to that, I was over in Alabama, coming back to Tupelo on the way, frankly, to South Haven, thinking the place to put this, to start it, was where there was transportation and housing, because how could you do this in Tupelo?
We were very fortunate, and I'm speaking from a CDF standpoint at that time, to have had Ed Meek, who had experience in doing shows, because we had no experience in that, and we had nobody in Tupelo that did that type of thing, and he had some regional experience in doing those shows, and I think we were fortunate that he came to, and I still say that he had a key role in the starting of the furniture market.
Despite the urge of others to host the market in or around Memphis, Tennessee, Meek followed his instincts and sought the help of Harry Martin and the Community Development Foundation to make the Tupelo Furniture Market a reality.
George McLean was a mentor of mine. I met him at 18. I loved the man. I followed what his career and his instincts of community. And I honestly felt as I drove down Main Street, I said, man, I've got to look at Tupelo. And I wheeled over to the left to go to CDF and met Harry Martin. And Harry kind of did listen to me, and I think was at first a little concerned about it, as everybody was, because the research showed 50-50. But I'm a crapshooter, so I said, let's go for it. And Harry said, okay. Well, the first market open, I never will forget, and Harry did an awful lot, did a great deal. But when the first market opened, somebody called him about 9 o'clock, and I remember so well, Harry walking into the first market, he looked around, he said, my goodness, Ed, we got something. And it went from there. And the people of Tupelo built this market. There's no question about it.
CDF called a meeting down at the office on Broadway Street at that time. And we invited to that meeting all of the potential players that we thought at that time that would be involved with it. And the R&D Center report said it needed to be in Memphis. We didn't have the hotels or the motels or the support services for the market, and we couldn't handle it. They decided that we would pursue it, and we presented it to the CDF board at that time, and they approved it. And so that motivated the staff, activated the staff to go after it, and we did. We went after it full force, you know.
The Tupelo Furniture Marketing Association was founded in 1988 to better convey the buyer opportunities available through North Mississippi's furniture manufacturers and the biannual Tupelo Furniture Market. Then and today, the Tupelo Furniture Marketing Association is headquartered at the Community Development Foundation.
And it also was the avenue that we gained state support, for the furniture market to help underwrite a lot of the expenses because they could give money to the association through the association and to the market that otherwise might not have been available.
Mississippi's first regional furniture trade show was held September of 1987. The first market was attended by 4,000 buyers and 80 exhibitors. Just before the second market, Dr. Meek joined forces with VM Cleveland to build a 160,000 square foot building, giving the Tupelo Furniture Market the largest exhibition hall in Mississippi. Likewise, in February of 1988, Governor Ray Mavis broke ground on the 105,000 square foot Mississippi Furniture Mart, a private corporation composed of furniture manufacturers and other investors. The Mississippi Furniture Mart was led by Lynn Davis. Without Cleveland and Davis garnering investors and committing to these building projects, the reality of a permanent furniture mart in Tupelo would have been lost.
And Ed Meek came over and did a furniture market at the Ramada Inn, and that's when my interest peaked. And we started investigating it. And I had a couple of friends in the industry. Joe Haynes and Charlie Bryant was in the industry, and Dwayne Spencer all got together and said, we really need a facility to house the Tupelo Furniture Market, because guess what? Northeast Mississippi is the world's leading manufacturer of upholstered furniture. And we got a lot of industry here. So that's what really got the thought going.
Well, it wouldn't have happened without the two of them. There's no question about it. And I must say the second market at the Arvin building, I had arranged out of my pocket for transportation to bring people into the market. Well, Lynn and Billy Hughes had set up their own little operation on the route between the transportation and the Arvin building, but they wouldn't pay for any of the transportation, so I didn't have the transportation carried to their store. Well, they literally came over and absconded me in the parking lot and lifted me up by the nape of my neck and said, "You're going to stop and put people in our building, and we're going to be a part of this market." And I did, and they came in and became major players in building the market. It was all in good spirit, but they saw at that time, this is going to happen, and we've got to be a part of it. We've got to help make it happen.
The next step in the market's history was consolidation. In order for Tupelo's furniture market to grow and flourish, Harry Martin worked with Cleveland and Davis to combine the two markets. Martin's visionary leadership paved the way for today's Tupelo Furniture Market.
After many meetings, hours after hours with the two principals, we developed a system, a strategy how we could do that. Both had to agree that they would sell or buy. That was a part of the contractual agreement, and it was very complicated legally to draw up and everything, but we spent a lot of time on it and got it.
Well, the CDF actually came in about '89 when our competitiveness sort of got us working against each other instead of for each other, and Northeast Mississippi is what we were trying to work for. So we had to sit around the table and become associates. So 89, 90, 91, 2. We were all working together, and we pooled our money for advertising, did everything you should do. And in '93, we acquired the Mississippi complex because it just worked out to be the right thing to do, and headed up with one management team, cut some overhead, and allow us to grow some more. I tell you, we would have never gotten our two competitive forces together without CDF and Harry Martin. And that's just the way it is. And we got in the same room and got to pull in the same wagon, and it got to be okay, and we got to be friends, and we're lifelong friends now, but that's just the way it is. You learn as you go. Competitive can be okay, and you can be all right with your competitor. Unless you're from Mississippi State and somebody else is from Ole Miss.
Since its inception in 1987, the Tupelo Furniture Market has grown, adapted to changes in the furniture industry and the global marketplace, and found its niche as a regional furniture market. Buyers from around the world come to Tupelo to purchase quality products at a one-stop shop. But it's the hospitality that keeps them coming back year after year.
Buyers come to Tupelo because of the hospitality, because of the one-level shopping, because of the promotional market, and our vendors. We have the best exhibitors in the country with more to give than most of the other markets. Our niche is that we're the industry. We have the people making furniture here. Buyers from all over the country come to Northeast Mississippi before the market was started, and they'll be coming if the market goes away. The industry's here. So all we really did was make a facility that the industry could put all their goods in. It was just a gathering place for the industry that was already here, is when it started.
A special part of the Tupelo Furniture Market is the presentation of the National Buyer Appreciation Award and the Manufacturing Rep Award. The awards were initiated by the Tupelo Furniture Marketing Association as a means of recognizing those furniture industry retailers and their buyers who have consistently supported the state's furniture industry and the biannual Tupelo Furniture Market. Sponsorship of the ceremony and selection of the recipients are the privileged responsibility of the Tupelo Furniture Marketing Association.
The Buyer Award and the Rep Award are both virtually important because when the market first started, reps really talked us up and they really talked to the company owners, and they recruited exhibitors far better than we did with our marketing team. And then they recruited buyers, and buyers would come in and recruit more buyers, retail stores, and that's the mix that you gotta have. You gotta have the exhibitor showing the product, you gotta have the buyer come in and buy the product. So we wanted to start celebrating the buyers in the country and thanking them for making the market successful.
With 25 years under their belts, the Tupelo Furniture Market is poised for many successful years to come. With expectations met and exceeded by its founding fathers, the future is a bright place for those associated with the Tupelo Furniture Market.
It's done exactly what I projected, which everybody thought was crazy at the time.
I think the Tupelo Furniture Market's role is going to get bigger and wider. We're already feeling an upsurge. We're already getting more exhibitors, more buyers. Tupelo will become the center in the next 3 or 4 years.
I can't say enough in appreciation for Harry Martin and the contribution Harry has made to this community. It's just immeasurable. This would not have happened without Harry, and I'm most grateful to him for that.
The Tupelo Furniture Market is not all about me and my staff and the investment in the complex. Tupelo supported the market from the beginning. Tupelo is the reason, and the friendliness and helpfulness of CDF combined with the Visitors Bureau and the whole Northeast Mississippi area took us in and made us a part of the community. And that's the reason we've had success.